Hello lovely shoebox packers, welcome back to my channel, Mrs. Newfie Fan, and my name is Sarah. So today we're going to do a unboxing for a boy 10 to 14, and it is Star Wars themed. And I just recently discovered another channel. Her name is Kathy Price, I think I'm saying that correctly. And she did a video not that long ago about doing a boy 10 to 14 that was a little bit of a different theme, or it didn't include like the typical maybe soccer ball or an item like that. And that's kind of the way I tend to lean too for the 10 to 14. Not just anything wrong with soccer balls and sport themed boxes. They're absolutely fantastic, and I'm sure the majority of boys do absolutely love a soccer ball or something of that nature. But again, there's all kinds of boys and they have all kinds of interests, and my oldest actually has a disability and he could never play sports. So he would be the child that would have had different interests. Like a soccer ball would have been no use to him because he just can't run or kick. So anyways, I kind of tend to gravitate to what my son would have enjoyed when I packed for the 10 to 14. And I did do a video last year on my channel, and it was kind of a no theme, but it was kind of a loose skateboard theme, but it was just like obviously skateboard, themed items. And I put in this Playmobil toy that you could like color and kind of customize yourself. So that's kind of where I go with it when I'm shopping for the 10 to 14 boys. I sometimes think outside the box a little bit, and that just kind of comes from my own experience. So yeah, it's just a little bit of inspiration for you if you want to pack something different other than like a soccer ball or like a sports heavy themed box. And if you just like to, put in maybe some different items for a boy who may have different interests. And of course, we pray over our boxes and pray that they will go into the hands of the right child, the child that will need and, love those items, and it's items that will speak to that child. So anyways, this is Star Wars themed, I mentioned that. Let me take off my rubber bands, and this box is bulging right here. I need to do something with that. So it pops open as soon as I take the rubber bands off, because we have this big guy right on top, and he's what causing it too. And you can see the lid right there. It says, "Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path." Psalm 119, 105. And this is from Sending Shoeboxes, I believe. I need to make a note of where I get my lid designs. That's something I need to do so I can actually tell you where I'm getting them from. So yeah, so this is for boy 10, 14. And as I mentioned, it is not like sports heavy. It's obviously themed to Star Wars. So this is the main item. Clearly, this was the wow item, and this is what inspired the box for me. I found this at Dollarama, and we do like Star Wars in this house. My husband is kind of a Star Wars fan, and my daughter likes watching The Mandalorian with her father, so we're a little bit of a Star Wars fan in this house. So anyways, this guy was obviously the wow and what inspired the box. And he's almost like a Squishmallow. It's not a Squishmallow brand. It's like I think they have a name, but I don't see it. Anyways, it's almost like a Squishmallow, but it's R2-D2. So I still wanted to give this boy something to play with outside, maybe a sports-related item. And this is just a Frisbee, and it's the really soft, flexible ones. They can bend, and I just cut out the instructions from the package and just laid them inside the Frisbee. And I put in this moon ball, and I felt like it had a very galaxy-esque vibe that kind of goes with Star Wars. And it has the blue and the orange. I got these from Amazon. I think they were in a pack of 6. They weren't a bad price. I'm in Canada, if you haven't seen my channel before, so I'm kind of relying on Dollarama, Walmart, Amazon, the usual spots. And these worked out to be cheaper than Dollarama, so I got them in a 6-pack on Amazon. This was actual Christmas clearance, I guess, because it's considered an ornament, mystery ornament. Some places still have them like regular price. I think Walmart still has these regular price. They never go on sale. But this went on sale at Giant Tiger. So it looks like it's Mandalorian. inspired, and you don't know which one you're going to get. And I left it closed. Boys like mystery packs and opening up boxes, so I left that for him to open himself and see. And even though it's Christmas, there's nothing about it that screams Christmas. It's just a little ornament that he can hang off a bag or whatever he wants. I tucked in a little pack of tissues, and I got 2 pairs of socks in this box. So I gave him a plain white cuff sock, and they're kind of thicker, like sporty sock. And I also gave him a gray ankle pair as well. And inside this sock is where I put his sunglasses just to protect them. And so these are just some green basic. These were a promotional item. Yeah, this was a promotional item that I was given. So he's got 2 pairs of socks and a pair of sunglasses. This was another promotional item that I tucked in for him. It's just a carabiner, and it has a little key ring strap on it as well. So that's super handy for whatever he wants to hang off something. And I also put in a little swirly bouncy ball as well. I did give him 2 Hot Wheels, and they are not Star Wars themed. Oh, I can't get this one out. He keeps slipping. Of course, they're not Star Wars themed, but I tried to go with the colors that kind of reminded me of Star Wars. So I went with like the gray, reds, and whites. So just 2 Hot Wheels for him. And this I got at Dollarama, and it is like a mystery figurine inside, but I stuffed it, and it's the Death Star. It's the red Death Star. But I filled it up with lots of treasures for him when he opens it up. So there is a hacky sack, so he does have another ball. I put in, this is what came with it. It's the Disney Doorables, actually, is what was inside this, the Star Wars ones. And there was 3 or 4. So I think that's Luke. I'm not sure. I don't know other names. My husband will be disappointed. He'll be disappointed in me that I didn't know. But anyways, there's the 4 little characters. Yeah, and then I tucked in a little silicone bracelet. And this one just says awesome and crazy cool orange. And I think this was a promotional item that I got somewhere, but I can't remember where. And a little Jesus, little keychain, little hanger. And another little carabiner for him, a little orange one. So yeah, that's what was inside his little Death Star collectible holder. So that was all in there. I gave him a gray face cloth. Here is his colored pencils, and these are actually erasable colored pencils. I did put a little bag on top just to prevent stuff from getting marked or poked in the box. And I also gave him this little R2-D2 keychain, and it is a light. It's a little flashlight. I do have instructions, I think, printed off for this, because looking at it, you almost don't know it is a light till you kind of size it up, and the button is really well hidden into R2-D2. So I did include, I think, a little image to show him that was a light. Here's his Band-Aids. Let me see what else I can get out here. Here's his little red whistle. And I'll take out his pencil case, pencil pouch. And I've kind of packed this full. So he has the Oops shaped eraser and a white one. He also has 3 pencil cut erasers, and I had these in my stash, these little shaped ones, and they're 2 little rockets. So I felt that was a little bit Star Wars themed. He's got a bright orange highlighter, his scissors, and here's all his pencils and pens. He's just got a selection of pencils, pre-sharpened pencils. I do have 2 mechanical pencils. He's got a black and blue pen and a fun brown gel pen. And as well, tucked into his little pencil case is some stickers. So I did have some Star Wars stickers. These are real small, cute ones. There's BB-8. And yes, I did print off the picture so you could see that he presses the button and it shines a light. Here's his prayer card. The Lord will strengthen me. I will fly through my day with wings like eagles. Of course, that's from Isaiah 40:31. And I gave him a few vinyl stickers, just some fun animals for him. I tried to pick at ones that boys would like. And here is some reptiles. And these were ones I just found recently at Christmas. I thought they were cute. They're like food and Christmas. And these are Halloween. They're just spiders and little candy corn. So some fun stickers for him. He also has an orange flashlight. So he's got 2 lights. And I gave him these little index cards, these little note cards on a binder ring. And it comes with a little permanent marker. It's just different colors and they are blank. And it has a nice cute little scalloped edge. I really like these. I found these on clearance back to school, and yeah, I'm hoping Walmart will have these again this year coming up because I quite enjoy these, and I think they're a unique like stationery item for boys and girls. They're just fun. And I do have a water bottle for him, and as you can see, I've stuffed it so the lid just kind of sits on the top there, but it is obviously a screw top lid, and it doesn't have a straw. It's just a spout. So it's an easy clean water bottle. And this was a promotional item. And inside, I've stuffed this quite full actually. Let me see if I can get everything out here. We have I went and bought a toothbrush because I thought I didn't have one, and this is why I need to unpack my boxes sometimes because I forget. It is a toothbrush with a cap. And this is 2 dry erase markers, and I will explain those in a minute. And there's his blue comb, and here is his drawstring bag. I may never get this back in again. This is a Star Wars themed one I found at Dollarama, and I couldn't believe it. So yeah, it's just a typical little drawstring bag, but it does have a Star Wars themed pattern all the way around. So that's what was in his water bottle. As well, I found one of these on Amazon. I've seen these in a lot of your boxes in the US. I think you get these at Target. And I'm not sure what you call them. They're called plus blocks. But I found this on Amazon. I'm sure I paid more than what you guys would pay at Target in the dollar spot. But I just really like this. This was a unique toy for me. It was like a building creative item. And it's a robot. So not really Star Wars, but kind of a little bit of Star Wars vibe going on there. So I really like that. And this is the item that needs the dry erase. So I found these at Walmart on clearance. And these are solar powered calculator. And it's a notebook as well. So the calculator is built into the cover. But inside, this is a dry erase book. These are all dry erase pages. I was like, how cool is that for a boy? You can do his calculations or doodles or whatever. So it does come with one dry erase marker, and it comes with a little, sponge or whatever eraser on top. So I thought this was totally cool and unique for a boy 10 to 14. I did go back and buy a couple more after the fact because I really like these, and I love that it's solar powered. So because he has this, of course, I wanted to give him a couple extra dry erase markers, so he's got lots to use with his special dry erase notebook. And this is a promotional item. I might try and print off a little book cover or sticker to cover over that, but this is just a notebook, and it is a nice notebook. Even though it was a free item, it's actually a very quality nice notebook. And this was another kind of unique to me item. It's a 3-piece math set. It's the triangle and the half circle and the ruler, but it's flexible. It bends. So I left this in the package because the package wasn't taking up a ton of space, and I just like the presentation, and it shows that they're flexible, that you can bend them. So yeah, so you can use this little math set with his calculator dry erase book. And here is his sketchbook. Of course, I still have to give him plain paper. I give all my kids plain paper where and when I can. because my kids all love to draw, and they love plain paper for drawing. And I get these, I think it's a pack of 5 at Dollarama. I haven't seen these recently, so I don't know if this is an item that will be coming back, but it was a good deal for 5, like, you know, decent sized sketchbooks. And here is his coloring, and it's kind of like the adult coloring book. It's the Crayola Art with Edge, and it's all posters for him to color, Star Wars posters, 28 coloring pages. So I really like that, and that's why I really wanted to give him the erasable colored pencils. So he had some good pencils to use with his posters. And of course, last but not least, the Canadian exercise book that I put in all my boxes. So yeah, that's my boy, 10 to 14, Star Wars themed, not a soccer ball, not much sports items, but I still think it's a well-rounded box for a boy. And I quite enjoy that I can fit a lot in too, even though this took up a fair bit of space. I enjoyed still filling in all the nooks and crannies with little toys and things for them, because even boys 10 to 14, they love toys, and they love collecting things. So yeah, this one was a lot of fun. So anyways, thanks friends. Thanks for being here. I'd love to hear what you're packing in your 10 to 14 boy boxes, especially if you're not doing soccer balls or something like that. I'd love to hear what you put in as a wow, or you know, what's some items you use to fill up the box. I do really enjoy that content. So anyways, have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.